Do you have any tips on dealing with anxiety or dealing with a wandering mind? Let me talk about anxiety first. What makes one anxious? It is living in the future. It is thinking of the future. If you think of the future, which you don't know, you are anxious. If you don't think of the future, you won't be anxious. Great remedy. Best remedy. And what is a wandering mind? Living in the past. Remembering old things. Feeling guilt for what you did. You carry guilt. Mind wanders back into all those events and you feel totally helpless and depressed. This depression, anxiety, and all that can go away if you do not live in the future or the past, but live in the now, in the present. People have recommended. I saw a book presented to me, Power of Now. It says you should live in the now. You should only concentrate on what is ahead of you. Of course, I did have a little chuckle on that statement. You should live in the now. I wanted to meet somebody who doesn't live in the now. I haven't met any. We all live in the now. We can't live anywhere else. But when we say we live in the now, we should live in the now, we are talking of our mind not occupying places in the past or the future. That we shouldn't be thinking about the past and the future. And that's what causes anxiety and depressions and wandering minds. If we live in the now, you have a task to do it. You have something to go through it. And never bother about what happens. Again, bringing Krishna's teaching, Krishna told Uddhava, and he also told Arjuna in the chariot, that if we perform our duty based upon the karma which has brought us to the point of performing our duty, that means our karma, our own actions, have brought something to us. To deal with it, we have to do our duty. We have a child born to us because of our karma. Bring up the child is our duty. He distinguishes between the two as karma and dharma. Dharma being our duty. He says dharma should be fulfilled without bothering about what the result will be, what the fruits thereof. You must do your action to the best of your skill. He says, yoga karma su kaushalam. True yogi, if you want to be a true yogi, you should perform your actions with the utmost skill and then not think of the fruits thereof at all. If you can do that, there will be no anxiety and there will be no wandering mind. Therefore, if we can live on this basis, that what is in front of us, it has all come because of karma. And we deal with it to the best of our ability. Physical, mental, spiritual ability. If we deal with it, that's our dharma. You will be very confident and become fearless. And you'll be a good then candidate for spiritual success in meditation, if you can do that. Therefore, it's good to remember that to live in the now means to deal with the present. Of course, I sometimes wonder if people can see the easy flaw in the fact that we don't know what now is. That we think now is a time. We are sitting, I'm talking in the now. That's not true. Before I utter a word, it's past. It's a future. After I utter, it's past. Where is now? There is no now really. Now is supposed to be a meeting point between the past and the future. Past has gone. Future is still to come. Then where are we living? What time frame are we living in? We are living in a timeless now. It's not even a billionth part of a nanosecond. Now has no dimension at all. Yet, we all live in that now. Have you ever realized we're not living in time at all? Even now as physical beings? What are we living in then? I am talking to you, saying words in the now. Truthfully, I am saying them in the past. Recent past we are calling now. Otherwise, now has no time. What is the past? Past is memory. Supposing you had no memory, there will be no past. You can't remember even 1 millisecond what happened ago if you don't have memory. So memory brings and creates a past. Time taken to create a present is a function of memory. I'm going a little more metaphysical. You'll excuse me if I'm going a little higher, too fast. The memory creates the experience of the present. That means past is creating our present. There's no present at all. Then what is future? How is future being created? Future is being created by our own action of the past and using function of the mind called hope, fear, and anticipation. These are all 3 words. They just mean the same thing. Anticipation, neutral thinking about what is going to happen. Hope is positive, fear is negative. If we don't think these things, we don't have any future at all in our life. We wouldn't be knowing what future is. You eliminate these 3 words from the dictionaries, there's no future. Future is being created by the past. Present is being created by the past. Past is past, so everything is past. How can you experience past if you are not in the past, but you are in the now? You can only experience by memory. If you now study life from this point of view, it's only a memory, a recall of something already happened somewhere else, not here, that we are going through. That's a good psychological and scientific explanation of predetermination. That you cannot have, just examine the nature of time, and you cannot have this experience except through memory and a replay through memory. That's exactly what's happening. But it's so vivid that the sensory experiences of the memory are making it a reality, and we are putting memory as something that is not so real as what we are experiencing through sense perceptions. So that is why, although we say we should live in the now, what it really means is don't spend your time thinking, ruminating over what happened in the past. Past is past. It's over. And there are some principles of Hindu philosophy which says, the first principle is, you don't meet anybody in this life without a purpose. It may be you give advice, they give advice, their interaction, something is being settled. Otherwise you won't meet anybody. Second principle is, nothing will happen before or after except it's destined to happen. You can't pull the time of an event earlier nor push it later. It'll happen at the right time. Third principle is, what is over. What's happened has happened. You can't do anything with it. So don't even try. That's the secret of getting over your anxiety and wandering mind. Stick to what is in front and stay with it. Of course, if you watch all this show from third eye center inside, all this will be very easy and natural to do, to live in the now.